Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Rings of Inasvine campaign. I'm your GM, Voice, also known as Paul, with our four players here.
Hello. It's been
Hello,
a
it's been a
while.
while.
It
Hello.
Hello.
it genuinely has.
We promise we're not dead yet.
Yet,
Yeah,
keyword there.
life just kind of gone away.
Keyword yet.
Well, I'm very excited to be back. So thank you for running this voice slash Paul, and yeah, we'll see what exciting trouble we rapscallions get into this time.
Sure enough, it did not help that we ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger. Uh, right before a combat with weird things happening. And since it has been a long time, I think I will be the one to explain things that have happened last session. Long story short, our heroes, after surviving the fall of the first ring, stayed with a well known journalist who, after a few weeks of rest and recovery emotionally and physically, she informed them of quite a few things going on. And the one thing that interested everyone was the fact that there was some notable institutions that have not delved into the mystery of the first ring. Some were getting funding from the central government, some were not. As such, our heroes began to investigate. They went to the Whale Lounge Repository, which seems to be both a place of knowledge question mark, but also very well known for its tabloids. It genuinely seems like. Uh, there was some conversations with some of the reporters. They were guided and separated into two groups, with Carthon and Referami following their guide, whereas Kalius and Spurbod followed behind the same individual. Just yeah, they were both guided to different rooms. The door was shut, and I did remember that Spurbot and Kalius, they were talking to a repository interviewer who
Yep.
they have immediately saved because two weird things have happened. Okay, I guess three weird things have happened. First of all, the door's locked. Second of all, the party can hear each other through a wall. Third of all, the mist has apparated a generic video game protagonist in each of their rooms. And if it wasn't for the fact that they have very malicious smiles, they would be right at home at a Final Fantasy game or something. And so I have genuinely no idea how this is going to look on OBS, but we are gonna do this. Welcome to the fight. Yeah, I really should have formatted this a little bit better, but hey, whenever you're beginning GM, things happen.
So are we going to are we going to take this one sub fight at a time, or
No,
like could
we're doing
one
this
of
all
the
at the same time, baby.
Let's go.
And
got it? All right.
are you guys just able to see the two rooms, or are you guys able
I'll
to
need
see
to
the
Yeah,
see
I
entire
both.
thing?
can I can see the two rooms. So I can see
Yeah.
myself and I can see myself and Kalius in one room and Korthon and Referami in the other room and our respective generic video game protagonists.
Yes.
I can as well. Who's the old guy? Is that the library worker?
That is the
Yeah, that's
library. That is the library
yeah.
worker. As a note, dear viewers, this I am operating mainly on free assets. This was the only asset I could find that had two identical rooms next to each other like this. I will say these video game protagonists, they are covering where the doors are. However, I did not mark them off because they are currently locked. However,
How rude.
we are going to proceed as hostilities ensue. Please roll initiative.
Got it.
Spurbod, I'm willing to let you roll with athletics because you did push the librarian out of the way.
True. Hell yeah.
Initiative.
Okay.
I'll take a 14.
Hey.
And all we need is Spurbod.
I rolled. I got a 14.
Oh, no, you still have to click on initiative.
Oh,
It's just
yeah, you're right.
You can select to use athletics.
It's been too long.
It has been a very long time.
All right. I'm assuming it's still Dex with athletics, or would it be Strength with athletics?
I'm willing to let you do it with strength. Because
All right.
thematically.
Oh, I'll take that. That's a dirty 20 now.
Good. Now, cool. As these guys look radiant and malicious, we are going to begin. Carthon. This guy looks like he means business.
Yeah, I believe last time we tried to talk him down. I might be misremembering that, but yeah.
You tried, however, they did not respond at all with words. They just smiled.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, I think this is gonna come to blows. So, yeah, I'm gonna attack him.
All right. I still have it paused. All right, go for it. Oh, yeah.
So I don't actually see a grid map. There are like kind of squares.
If you click on your character and drag it, it'll show you how far you can go, or how far
Oh,
it is
okay.
from you.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Well, that's good enough.
If you zoom in a little bit, the grid's faint. It's a dark grid, so it kind of blends in pretty well.
Okay.
Well,
I will now attack. Let me see if I remember to target people.
yeah. Remember, go over them and press T.
Yeah.
It worked because it looks cool.
Yeah, they got the crosshair. Okay.
Thank you for that reminder. I forgot.
You can also double right click it.
I don't believe I have advantage or expertise with this since I am not on Rava. Okay, I'm rolling unmounted. That is a 16 to hit for 7 damage.
That definitely hits. As you hit this guy, just like the posers you fought in Tenderly, there is like blood splatter. However, as soon as it hits anything other than itself, it disappears into like nothing.
Okay. Good thing that this guy is in fact a poser. And then for my bonus action, now that I've reviewed my features, I know I can do this. So because the saber has the defensive light property, it means that with a light shield, which I have equipped, I can use a bonus action to increase my armor class by 1 after attacking with said saber. I honestly didn't know that was even a thing. So I think until my next turn, my armor class is going up from 17 to 18.
Which is why I love this system. Because you get to do more cool things.
Yeah, that I didn't even know about. And that's my turn.
Gotcha. Alright. As you take a slashing into a defensive position, the guy looks at you. And honestly, just looks right at Raffarami. As Splurvad is now your go, as the librarian behind you is just like, yeah, I'll stay out of this. What? Who, yeah, I don't know who this guy is. I've never seen him. Actually, I might have seen him in a movie poster.
Hmm.
We could contemplate where you might have saw them after he's not trying to kill us. Go hide under a table or something.
I wish.
All right. Here's my thinking. We've got a civilian to take care of. I'm not necessarily as interested in dealing damage as much as I am just stopping our opponent from acting. So what I'm going to do, gonna move up here, target. I am going to grapple with my wicked tongue.
Gotcha.
Tongue attack.
Tongue attack. Let's go.
Give him a good tongue lashing.
Hey.
Hey, that's a pretty good tongue lashing.
Wow.
He-
That is a 23 to hit.
As a reminder, your tongue is 10 feet long, so
Yes, but they cannot move further away from me. So by minimizing the distance, it means that he cannot move away from this wall. Like the furthest he can go to is like this square.
got it.
He can't get to the other side of the room where our civilian is. That's the idea.
Locking him down.
Locking him down.
Gotcha. It also gives them a -2 to AC.
Oh, nice.
It does also give him a -2 to AC.
And, dude, I think because it is in fact your tongue, you do get a taste of this individual. And
Yummy.
and it's
You're licking him.
it's like a weird mixture of like ash and licorice. There is a soft sweetness to the armor, which is weird.
Okay, I feel like this is gonna sound dumb. Because of my history, as I've been a frontline combatant for a while now.
Yes.
I have used this tongue on many a foe. Could I make like a history or maybe an insight check and see if I can glean any sort of information about like where the hell this guy came from based on that taste?
If you want to, you can use a skill you're proficient at as a bonus action, if you really want to.
Alright. I'm going to use history because I think this would be mostly relying on my prior experience.
Okay.
And recalling maybe something similar that I found in my service. That's an 11.
This individual tastes like there should be dirt, and you don't see any dirt. There's something fundamentally off about this being's very essence. That is what you get for
Interesting.
that is what you get for an 11 in history.
You know what? I'll take it.
Cool. I believe that is your turn. Referami.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, forgot I was muted. I will pull up my mace and move on down.
Cool, cool. Just gonna start swinging.
Uh, Give him a good thwacking.
All right. Go. Proceed to thwack. Thwack. You forgot the
Not
target,
with that.
but that is not high enough. You go to thwack, and this individual just easily pushes past, and your mace falls to the side. And just sneers at you. Is that your turn?
Um, Sorry. Um, Stay close, Quarthon.
Yeah.
And I win.
Cool, cool. Kalius.
All right, so I see that Splorblood has this dude kind of grappled at the moment. I'm gonna move to be in front of the civilian. I'm just gonna say, keep him busy for a moment. Damn, I should have cast a spell in the beginning of the day, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast Mage Armor myself because I'm not taking that chance.
Rookie mistake. Shame, really.
Yeah.
But if you do want to go for it, please make sure you're targeting yourself and then click on Mage Armor.
All right.
This
How
is
do you target
unrel
yourself? There we go.
this is
Oh, just
unrelated. Oh, go ahead, Carlos.
click the dice and like how do I actually activate Mage Armor for this?
Click on the dice as if you're rolling.
Okay, got it.
Alright, and if you are targeting yourself, it should now be on.
Nice. This is unrelated, but I still can't see Kalius on the characters we have. It's just everyone else besides him. So he may not be
Uh,
publicly viewable, and that's fine as long as
should
Carlos
my
can
AC
see.
have actually gone up?
Uh, it should have.
In the viewer, it still says 12.
Uh-oh, technical difficulties.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Should I try that again just so it actually shows that I have an effect on myself?
You should be able to just select yourself and then click apply effect for the mage armor.
Oh, what level are you casting this at?
First level.
Well, that's fun. Oh, there we go. You have to click it on the chat function.
Oh, tricky.
That's
Mm.
weird.
Yeah, where it says apply effect.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it looks like you spent 4 spell slots casting Mage Armor.
No, I specifically made sure it was not consuming a resource all
Got it.
those other
All
times.
right.
Anyway, technical difficulties aside, you have given yourself a little bit of armor.
Nice.
Listen, I'm a mage. I need a little bit of armor.
Well,
Yeah, no,
you
I
don't
agree.
need it, but you would very much like it.
You
It would
don't
be
need to
very
survive.
nice.
Survival's highly overrated.
You only need armor if you plan on surviving this combat.
It might be
Listen, I at
tough.
least need this character to survive 10 sessions, alright?
Going for the
I'll
record.
break my record.
True.
Fair.
But yeah, and I'm gonna basically stand in front of this guy and get ready for my next turn.
Cool, cool. Next up, this guy is going to go, and they are going to do something really mean. They are going to attempt to knock you down.
Which you?
Uh, you, Kisverbod.
Oh, hell yeah.
So if you could please make a strength saving throw.
You got this.
Yeah, you're really asking the Marshal to be strong.
Nat one.
Oh
Justin, ooh.
You're really asking the Marshal to be strong.
no! I'm really asking Easley to not roll a natural 1.
This is what I get. This is my penance.
Oh my god.
Cool. Dude knocks.
Can we explain this natural one? Can you do that, please?
Sure. Spurvod, you have good posture. Are currently pinning. You're currently grappling this individual. It's not restrained, but at least it's grappling. And dude knocks you to kicks your feet. You do a flip. You twist your tongue.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that hurts.
And they are going to stab you. They do have advantage because you are on the ground.
Fair.
That is a
crit.
That is a crit.
My dude.
Wait, why did it do that?
I think you roll it as 2 attacks, maybe?
Oh no.
No, it's a crit
Oh,
damage.
oh
you did-
no. This dude does have sneak attack.
Oh.
Oh, so that's
This is going to be an oofta. You do in fact take 24 points of damage.
oof.
How are you looking?
Let's see.
Frog in a blender.
Approximately that. Yeah. What is that, bloodied?
I think that's critical.
No, that's bloodied. I am not.
No, I'm looking at your thing. You've 7 out of 31 HP.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's. I mean, for one thing, this says that it's bloody. This is saying bloodied.
Really? 7
Yeah,
times
yeah, no,
4 is 20
just barely
28,
above,
not-
just barely above critical.
Oh wait, no, yeah, 7 times 4 is
That's 28.
that's 28. So that should be.
Well, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, I don't know if the system might not distinguish between bloodied and critical. Or maybe
Probably
the-
not,
wrong.
but Spurbot is
Yeah.
critical.
Yeah,
li- li-
according to the math, you're at 22%.
yeah, literally kicked you to the ground. You did a flip, and they stabbed you in the chest.
But, and I will
Like,
say
stay
this,
there.
but the dude is still attached to my tongue. He
Yes,
still cannot move he still cannot move farther away from me.
that is a fair point. Speaking of not being able to move away, the next poser, I think, looking at you, uh, I th- I think genuinely they're probably gonna go for Referami.
Okay,
Probably.
before don't touch that dial because I am going to determine whether I want to try and intercept. Yeah, you know what? I have a higher AC at this point. I'm going to use my Get Behind Me feature from being a watchman, which allows me to use my reaction to intercept attacks targeted against creatures within 5 feet of me.
All right,
Since I have a higher armor class and HP.
got it, got it. Then they are going to attempt to push you to the ground, Carthon.
All right.
I believe you just have to roll. You just have to roll better than a 12 for a strength save.
I think
Well,
that-
okay, technically, if it's a save, I shouldn't be able to intercept this since I think this is just for attacks. So unless
Uh,
they have to hit me with a melee attack to
don't worry. If you wanna make this save instead of Referami, you can.
All right, if you say so. I do have. Yeah, I should have a better strength save since I'm a fighter. Yeah, I got a +3.
Should.
Uh, okay. There's my.
Let's
Okay,
go
there's
another
the.
that one.
Let's go another nat one.
Well, it's not nat one, but it does fail.
All right.
Ah.
Dude's gonna stab you on the ground as well. As you
All right.
as you co- as a you come up to take the blow for Raffarami, this dude grabs you by the armor and throws you down.
All right.
Because this dude is what we call a certified jerk.
Well, let's see if he can hit.
Garthon, no. And then you get
No,
grabbed.
I'm accepting it. No, in all seriousness, I'd say, look, I got this, ref.
19 to hit.
Okay, well, that was almost a 20. Yes, that does hit, unfortunately.
Stabbing you on the ground deals 10
Wait,
points of
19
damage.
damage?
No, 19 to hit, but then both of the damage was fives.
Oh, okay.
So
So 10
10
damage. All right,
10 total.
well,
On
that
that
hurts, but I'm
hit,
not bloodied yet.
so I will activate my Booner's Protector, and I'll get a free attack on him for attacking an ally.
Nice.
Ooh, the synergy.
It's working pretty well.
Give the big bunk. Are you kidding me? I cannot the bunk.
You have the zeal, but you don't got the swing. It's rough, buddy, being a war cleric with high.
You got the zeal. Now we just need to work on your upper body strength.
I mean, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Just
how did-
I don't care if you're half giant. You need to work on your upper body strength.
and at the end of this round, after all this is said and done,
I still need to take my turn.
Kalius, you cast Mage Armor.
Um,
Did you want to do anything
that
else?
was last turn.
No, this is still the
No,
first turn.
we haven't had another turn yet.
No.
That was a reaction.
Oh, okay, okay.
If we could please not do that, because I don't know how to turn off not zooming in on people talking. Dragon,
My bad.
you good?
I forgot that it zoomed in. That was my bad.
Uh, the librarian throws a book. It does not work out.
Clearly does not have my wife's name with books.
But what about wife's aim with sandals?
She's never thrown a sandal at me. She has thrown books though.
Fair enough. With lethal intent.
Less than lethal intent.
Gotcha. Carthon, you have been knocked down and you have been stabbed.
Well, I may have been knocked down,
But I get up
but
again.
I'm gonna get
They're
up
never
again.
gonna keep me down.
They're never gonna keep me down, or I shouldn't say they, but this one individual is not gonna keep me down. I'm gonna stand up, looking not great, but still with health. Um, Dragon, does Referami have a shield by any chance?
No.
Okay, then I can't use shield wall. That's fine. That's fine. I associate clerics with shields, but not every cleric does have a shield. Okay. Um,
Wow,
That was not
stereotyping
in
much?
the that was not in the budget for my character.
that's fine. Um, so Paul, I believe you changed the flanking rules so that you can just be adjacent to get a flanking bonus, correct?
Yes, so you guys will have D4s to help you out with this expertise die.
Okay. I can't use a good number of my um maneuvers since I don't have Rava, but that's okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make an attack with flanking. If I can find the saber, okay, I'm going to get flanking's a D4, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna add this as an expertise die since that seems easier, but this is
Yes.
in fact a flanking die. Okay, that is a dirty 20 to hit for 7 more slashing damage.
7 more slashing damage. Got it.
A-
Oh,
And
and I
I'm
did forget one thing. Being knocked down and failing the save, you still also take 3 points of damage. For Carthon,
Basic maneuver damage.
yeah, basic maneuver damage is for these guys is 3 damage.
pain,
So unfortunately,
but I'm
Svorbod, you are at 4. You are definitely hurt.
Jeez, alright. I'm still just above being bloodied, so that's fine. Not fine. In that case, because it seems like I'm gonna need the health, I am going to instead of instead of raising my armor class by 1, I'm going to use the catch your breath maneuver as a bonus action. Actually, what about Legion stance? Nah, I'm not gonna use Legion stance. Yeah, I'm gonna use the catch your breath maneuver, which is part of the Adamant Mountain School, which I don't normally have, but getting my subclass, of course, gives me. Normally, it would give me access to Sanguine Knot, but since I already had Sanguine Knot, I get to pick a different class, and I picked Adamant Mountain. The catch your breath maneuver is essentially the equivalent here of Second Wind. It allows me to gain 1d6 plus proficiency bonus plus con modifier health, so like 1d6 plus 4 health. So I will roll that.
Got it. Question: is there any reason why you have 6 maneuvers instead of just 4? Or
Um,
does your subclass give you additional maneuvers?
yes, so normally I would have 4, but I have a fifth one because let me look at
Like feet.
features. Yes, so the subclass, if I can find it. Okay, yeah, get behind me. Um, you're proficient with the Sanguine Knot combat tradition, You may select a different tradition if you are already proficient with Sanguinat and learned a single first degree maneuver from it, which I picked Adamant Mountain because, like I said, so I picked the specific one from Adamant Mountain. And then I have that sixth one because the Mounted Warrior feat, which I took, gives me access to the Lancer strike maneuver, regardless of any other maneuver count.
Got it.
Mounted Warrior.
Got it. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yes, I'm keeping good track of this.
Appreciate that because it's been a while for me. Anyway, uh,
So I'll roll a d6.
I believe if you click on the maneuver, it calculates everything for you.
Really, I don't see a button to.
If you click
Oh
on
yeah,
the
okay,
if
I
you
do.
click
I do see
because
that.
every single time you go over it, you click on the button.
Got it. I see it. Okay, I get 8 hit points back. Very cool.
Cool. Yeah, you
So
can.
now I
Oh
am
wait,
at.
wait, no. You had to target yourself.
You target yourself.
Oh, can I just add 8
Yeah,
HP?
just
All right. I'll remember to do that in the future. I didn't know I had to target myself, so I'm almost up to full again.
yeah.
And that is my turn.
All right, Spurbud, you are knocked prone and you have been stabbed through your chest.
All right. You said we have been able to hear each other through the.
Yes.
All right. I don't actually know how much HP you're at, Quarthon, if that got you back up to full. I've got 2 targets with this. How do you do? Oh, there we go. Shift T for multi-target. I have a class feature, Rallying Surge. If a target can see or hear me, I can heal them with Rallying Surge.
Oh, that's fascinating.
So if we can hear each other, I'm going to target. It's 2 allies at 3rd level. I'm going to target myself and Quarthon with a Rallying Surge. I'm just going to give this bellowous, croak of a war cry. And I am targeting us 2. Yes.
Become frog.
Become frog.
I am frog, hear me croak.
Please do
That
not
is-
croak. Please not right now.
That is pretty much my frog all day, every day.
Damn, that's actually pretty close to max healing.
Yeah, I'm definitely back up to full.
Yeah.
All right. I am now going to use half of my movement to get up from prone. And I am going to switch my target back over to this guy that I have tongued up.
That's not a verb, but okay. Keep on going.
It is now.
It is now.
It is if I want it to be. And we are going to. I think I'm going to go for the bludgeoning. I'm going to go to knock this guy the heck out.
Oh,
If I can roll well. That's a 13 to hit. That's 5
That actually still hits.
Hey, I'll take 5.
Nice.
I'll take 5 damage. It ain't much, but it's honest work.
Ain't much, but it's honest damage.
Perhaps this
True.
question is the Mohatl supposed to do bludgeoning damage when it's a
Yes,
sword?
a Makuahuitl is it is a sword, but the thing about it is that it is 2 rows of obsidian blades embedded in the side of a wooden club. So one of the things that this is just something that Paul basically let me homebrew, is that I can use it both as this masterwork longsword, or this exotic longsword, and as a much weaker basic club.
Interesting. That's really cool.
Basically beating them with the flat of the blade rather than the
Basically,
sharp edge.
basically just beating someone with the flat of the blade.
Neat.
They are allowed to do whatever type of damage they wish. It is their party. They can dance if they want to.
Very
I
cool.
cannot do piercing damage or any of the elemental ones. Not anything, just slashing and bludgeoning.
I mean,
Which
what's a
is more
slash
options
besides a
than
wide
most.
pierce?
Which is more options than most, I will grant, but not unlimited.
All right. After that, is that your turn, Svervod?
That is going to be my turn.
Referami.
Yes. Um, uh, I'm gonna shake off this the shenanigan right here, and I'm going to a bonus action, divine favor. Um, yeah, I don't know why I rolled the die for that, but I'm imbuing my strikes with divine power. They will deal a 1d4 extra radiant damage.
Cool.
And I'm gonna go for the bunk.
Go for
Now
le
that I'm
bonk.
feeling
Go
energized.
for Le Bonk.
La bonka.
Whoops.
Hey.
Congratulations! You did 2 damage.
And
Let's
Joey gets beat
And
go.
you didn't target the enemy, so you targeted yourself.
I had myself still targeted when I rolled it. I was like, crap.
Well,
But do roll a d4, please, because you did not
Yeah.
apply.
Let me roll divinity.
Boo 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 doo doo.
Not gonna concern.
Manamana.
No concern.
1.
Oh,
Powerful.
Kidding me.
Perry would be ashamed. Well, okay, wouldn't be ashamed. He would laugh at you.
Understandably, I'm glad Perry's not here.
We've killed how many posers in the prologue of this campaign, and now we're struggling with just 2 guys.
it's been 2 months. We got to cut ourselves some slack.
Also, these are not normal posers. These are advanced posers.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the posters are a little more powerful.
These are quote unquote heroic posers.
All right.
Got it.
All right, next.
Then why are they trying? Doesn't seem very heroic to try to beat up a librarian.
Um,
I am definitely not biased, by the way, as a librarian in this. I'm totally normal opinion.
I am highlighting it for the chat right now. They are heroic posers with quotation marks. Anyway. After that, Kalius, you finally put on your armor a little bit late.
Listen, I wasn't expecting to be attacked right away. We're talking to a bunch of reporters.
Yes. Didn't you say it? We haven't done your session 0 yet. However, didn't you say that you used to be an adventurer?
It's been a while.
Fair enough. Proceed.
But
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
at seeing what this person did to Splurbob before, and seeing how hurt they kind of are, hands begin to glow, and I'm just gonna yell, "Hey, ass wipe!" and I'm gonna launch a guiding bolt at them. At 2nd level, I want this to hurt.
Oh, very cool.
Imagine
Putting
missing.
that spin on it. Giving a little bit of English.
Are you saying that because English is a fast, messy language, or something else, Dragon?
No, it's a pull. Billiards. When you put some
Oh.
English on it, you give it that spin so that it can curve around.
Are you saying only English? Only the English can spin around in circles?
No, I'm saying only the English could say, "Hey, I'm gonna shoot this ball in a straight line," and then fail.
Rude. So make sure you're
But am
targeting.
I wrong?
All right, let's. I believe I
Get
am
it.
targeting the guy. So let's see if I can hit.
I believe.
They have -2 AC. Oh, great.
Yeah, that definitely hits. You blast, and like the entire like right arm armor is completely removed from their body, and it is glowing. Like this is like the first true reaction you've seen from a poser, and looking at you, honestly, eyes are a little bit wide. And they have the delightful benefit of also being shiny.
Yeah.
Like the
Flora,
Pokemans.
because of the guiding bolt, your next attack is gonna be an advantage.
Let's
Mark it
go.
up.
If you have the chance. Is that your turn, Kalius?
Yes, that is my turn. I'm not moving away from this dude just in case this asshole decides to be an asshole again.
Got it. All right. This guy. Honestly, they're gonna move, and they're gonna move out of your reach, Spurbod.
No.
I know. I know. I'm aware. Proceed. There's a reason
Want
for this.
No, they literally no, they have to detach themselves.
Yeah, I know. They first of all they leave their opportunity attack range. They leave your opportunity.
How?
What's your reach
I'm
on?
still I'm still attached with the Wicked Tongue. They cannot move further away from me.
I know, further away than 10 feet.
No, I can move up to 10 feet. They cannot move further from me than whatever distance they are.
Bear with me, chat. This is the first time I've actually seen these.
Yeah, I'm looking at the description. It
A
says
creature attached to your tongue cannot move further away from you.
Okay.
I can move up to 10 feet. They cannot move further than they already are.
Got it. Uh, then they try to move away from you, like multiple times, like trying to move away without struggling, and like just notice that they're not getting closer, and they turn to look at you, and they're gonna politely do the same thing they did before. They're gonna shove you against the wall to knock you down.
But I get up again? Question mark.
Uh, no.
Why am? What the actual heck?
Uh, so please make the. Oh, you made the strength save. You are pushed to the ground. You take 3 points of damage as you
Are you kidding?
are you thrown against the wall. That is an 8 to hit
ha.
with advantage, baby. By the way,
That's about 10 too low.
You still technically you still take the fall damage though.
I do still take the fall damage. That's true.
I already gave them the 3 points of damage. Don't worry.
I'll take that.
But like as you get knocked to the ground, they try to stab you in the chest again, and thankfully you're able to bring up your shield just in time. And they try to move, but they just simply can't. This guy right here is going to disengage as a bonus action because they don't like this. They're going to climb on top of a bookshelf.
Kind of rude.
Going up about 10 feet, just scrambling up one of the bookshelves.
Oh, the guy fighting us does.
Yes, and
Can we take opportunity attacks?
no, they are
Well,
able to
disengage.
disengage as a bonus action because they're assholes.
Oh, if they're a rogue, that makes sense. Okay.
They're technically not rogue, but they're rogue-like.
All right.
They are Cult of the Lamb.
They're
uh,
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
they try to shoot at you, Carthon. However, it just clinks off your armor.
Ah,
My natural armor. Technically, I don't actually have natural armor. I have armor from being a Dino Rider. Regardless, hooray.
Huzzah! That is their turn. The librarian is holding another book, and
I
like,
swear if they roll a nat 1 and hit me,
uh, they're honestly they're commoner. I think they're gonna panic and take the advantage, and just
Honestly, fair.
throw another book. Natural 20.
Oh,
Nice.
Woo!
Natural
Yay.
20 book in the face as this poser is just walloped with a thesaurus. And the interviewer just like, yeah, knowledge,
Get
asshole.
'em.
And just backs up even more. Top of turn order, Carthon. This guy has climbed up and is now shooting at you like a gremlin.
I see. So I know that the picture depicts the surroundings as being made of like straw and stuff. What's the actual room made out of, though?
It's more like a study, like a little quiet reading area, or like a place to like organize like notes and maybe put together.
Alright,
This would be a great place to like organize an investigation. But the
got it.
walls are entirely lined with bookshelves. This guy has climbed up a bookshelf.
Can I use my fire breath weapon without setting the room on fire?
Uh, it would be a little bit difficult.
Man, why did I? And I took fire because it's iconic, but on second thought, I just kind of set things on fire. Okay, if I can rules lawyer a little bit, the dragon breath weapon in this setting, I took fire specifically. It doesn't say it can set things on fire.
Here's what I'm. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I moved you.
not only that,
I
aren't you
will
able
say
to
I
choose a
will say
color or line?
here's what I'm gonna
Can I
say.
make a line?
Uh, the bookshelves, they don't just have straight up exposed paper. You do see the spines of books, which you are aware is less flammable.
Hmm. Okay. Let me look at. Okay, it's a 30-foot line. Okay.
Uh, but yeah,
I
if
can hold on. I can make this work. Can make this work. I'm going to move myself over like oh, it's kind of clipping through the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Can I like normally it's a 30-foot line. Can I make it like a 20-foot line and just have actually it's 10 he's 10 feet in the air, so it would be a 30-foot line anyway. So I can just have him be at the very end of the 30-foot line because I can make it a 5 by 30 line and just not even have it hit the wall behind him since it like ends right in his space before hitting the wall, hypothetically.
sure, go for it. Uh,
Okay, then he has to make a dexterity save, which he's probably good at if he's a rogue, but whatever. I want to use my breath weapon.
fair enough. That is going to
Aw.
be an 18, unfortunately.
Alright, he still takes half damage. Um,
Remember, chip damage is damage.
yes, I know.
chip damage is also chips. But where's the salsa?
Okay, a line.
I believe you're gonna be bringing the salsa with your cantrips.
Roll. Hold on. Okay, still targeted.
What is a cantrip
Got
if
a
not
cool overlay.
salsa?
Oh, alright, cool. So 8 damage, so he takes 4. for fire damage as I set him ablaze.
As you burn, baby, burn. Uh,
All right.
you see them take the damage on top of the bookcase, and
Okay, I can't figure out how to get this overlay off the screen.
If you
Whatever.
hover over it and hit delete, it should get rid of it.
I
You
can
might
press
have
the
to change to the drawing tool layer.
ah.
Little pencil in the upper left corner.
Okay, I'll deal with that after my turn. For bonus action, I cannot increase my armor class because I didn't use my sword. No catching me. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. Actually, is there any place in here that I could take cover,
uh,
or is this just exposed?
there is some tables if you wanted to use your action to kick them up.
Nah,
So,
this is already my action. All right, then I guess I can't do anything. That's fine. Then that'll be my turn.
all right, I did it.
Oh, you got rid of it. Very cool.
Anyway, after that, Svirbod, you have been knocked down, but you did not get stabbed again.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. Yeah. So I'm gonna use half of my movement again to just get back up. Uh, and I'm also going to bonus action mark foe. Not mark as in mark, but mark as in like hunter's mark. So until the start of my next turn, uh, allies, my allies' attacks get an expertise die against this guy. I don't even know if that's necessary. I just, at this point, he just needs to fucking.
Yeah, no, this is helpful. Do either of these guys look bloodied at this point?
Uh, that's the tough thing about these creatures. It's really hard. Okay, no, never mind. There does seem to be like noticeable wounds and a lot of bleeding. They don't
Okay.
look it, but they do seem like they've been taking serious damage.
And then I am going to once again bludgeon this guy.
Cool.
That is a 17
So 17 to hit.
minimum damage.
That does hit, and dude goes down as they take a few steps back, go to their knees, a la, oh no, this is the end, game over, and then disappear.
Okay. Okay. First things first. I'm gonna help you out a bit. Then we really need to find a way to bust down a wall or a door to get to our friends.
Uh, combat is not over. Svirbod, what are you doing?
All right. I did use half of my movement, so I guess my next thing would be I would be wherever on the wall that the door is. I would be going there. I'm trying to get into the next room where I heard Korthon and Referami
So,
struggling.
so here's where the door is. Here is where the wall is that you're hearing Carthon and Referami's. It's opposite sides of the room.
How thin are the walls?
You knocked on them. They did feel hard. like hard, but a little bit hollow.
I'm gonna move. Hang on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna move. That's the wall. One. I'll set this up for next turn then.
Cool, cool,
I'll end my turn right here.
cool, cool. Referami.
Okay, he said he's 10 feet up on the wall.
10 feet up. He's standing on a bookcase.
So if I move right here at the base of the bookcase, I wouldn't be able to reach him.
I'm gonna simply say because you are a very tall man, 10 feet does not pose an issue for you.
Alright.
Specifically because you are a quote unquote big guy.
Then I will step up. Where are you going? Get back here.
Get over here.
Get over
Give him
here.
the bunk.
Get over here.
Just freaking reach up, grab your leg, and
Hey, max damage 2, baby.
And
And you add a D4. Oh, it doesn't
It's a
matter,
nat
you
20.
damage.
Don't worry. You hit their legs and they detach
he wasn't using them anyways.
and just falls on top and then like falls to the ground in front of you with just that blank video game expression. And then they also disappear into smoke. As your assailants disappear, leaving you guys in these rooms with not really much else beyond the fact that these guys just tried to straight up kill you in the middle of a information center.
And
Combat.
they didn't even have the common decency to leave a corpse.
Right?
There is
it's
there.
okay. We have.
How
a-
rude.
I think Ref would take a second after seeing him just smoke out. Just take a quick moment, just take a breath, and I'll look over and ask Carthon if they're doing okay.
Yeah, I'm all right. Carthon looks nervous for a second before calming down, since I don't actually think any of us have any damage right now. I don't know what was up with that. Splurbod, are you okay? And Alias,
Kalius, I'm just gonna describe this. Splurbod is currently in like that Looney Tunes like winding up to get a big freaking run pose. And it's just frozen there.
Yeah, we're relatively okay. Sporbot took a big hit, and he might be about to hurt himself at the moment. If you're nearest to the wall, you might want to step away.
Splurbod, it's okay. We're all right. Well, I'll still step away.
Are you gonna run, sir?
No, if they're telling me combat's over, I'm not gonna fucking break my back over this.
It wasn't be your back that was being broken, over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Why not both?
What is a shoulder if not part of your back?
True.
I was thinking you were gonna break your head past your shoulder.
Honestly, yeah, probably. That's probably most accurate.
All right. Now the combat's over, I'm gonna try checking the door again to see if it's unlocked, like if it was magically locked and now isn't.
All right.
Um,
Good idea.
You grip it, and it is not budging at all.
Okay.
all right. First things first, before us in this room do anything, I'm gonna go ahead and give Splorbot a good old cure wounds.
Oh, thank you.
First level though, so let's see how this goes.
Paul,
Mm.
Yes.
is the room supposed to be on fire? Because there seems to be some weird smoke effect going on.
I don't think that's fire.
You look around, and there's like, did you see like bits of smoke in the room now?
Can I can I fly up to see if my fire breath actually set anything on fire despite my best efforts because I can like smother it?
You take a look, and no, actually,
Oh good.
there's not even a mark where the fire hit the wall.
Oh good. Well, that's good. On the other hand, the room being on fire is not good. So let's try
Like
to get at it.
it.
At this point I am willing to try to break down the door. I wasn't at first, but if there's fire, then we really do need to get out of here.
All right,
Is this smoke?
you're gonna attempt to bust through the door.
Yeah, I think so.
Uh,
Uh,
please, please make a athletics check, please.
um,
Okay.
I'm okay. If we're
Hold on.
sitting on top of fire, I'm doing the same.
Uh,
Before you do that, I'm gonna touch you with a glowing hand again and guidance.
Same.
oh,
Oh,
never mind.
cool.
You both have an athletics check. You guys both have a D4 expertise die.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm proficient in it. Um, okay, that's a 10 on athletics.
That is a 23 for my door breaking.
So you're just attempting to just trying to shoulder check it down.
Yeah, at this point, I'm trying to shoulder check it down.
Is this actually smoke though?
Uh, are you also doing that, Carthon?
Yeah, I was planning on that.
Cool. Carthon, you hit the door and you bounce back.
Okay.
What Referami witnesses is that the door bent and then pushed Carthon back, almost like it was made of rubber. Spurbod, as soon as you make contact with your door, you no clip out of it through it.
What?
So I don't break down the door, but I am on the other side now.
Yes, as you look through and like catch your feet, like you got through. Congratulations.
Fucking magic bullshit.
You look to your left and right, and there is a massive fog that is obscuring both sides of the hallway that you were led down.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go towards the door and I'm gonna yell out, Splorbot, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so, what happened? It looked like you just phased through the door.
There's a knob on this side of the door.
You know what? I feel like this is a trap, but I'll try it. I'll turn the knob.
Uh, you turn it. Doesn't it feels weird, but you slowly pull it back. It feels heavy though.
Do I see the door moving on my end?
Yes,
Can I try again?
sure. Make another athletics check if with another guidance. I suppose if Referami is supporting this. Also, did you have a question, Dragon?
I was just asking if this was actually smoke,
All
but
right.
you've already answered that, so never mind. I will give him guidance. I will also try to assist in the actual impact on the door.
All right. It definitely takes two.
Should I roll with advantage or should Ref make his own check?
Referami, are you proficient in athletics?
Not proficient, no, but I do get was it advantage?
You do have advantage, which I will say you can give Carthon advantage instead if you wish. Or you can roll by yourself. Your call.
I will assist him in doing it, so you can get advantage on it.
All right. Okay, that is a 22.
You both slam into the wall, and there's a weird point of like dilation, and then you both hit the ground on the other side. And you guys look left and right, and yeah, the hallway is covered in fog.
This is weird. Considering I'm a dragonborn that breathes fire, can I tell if this is smoke or fog?
Make a nature check.
I am proficient in nature. All right, cool. Rami, can you use guidance on me?
Referami, just a
Of
walking
course.
expertise
Rami,
die.
thank you. Hey, I appreciate it. Well, that's okay. That's a 6.
It's
Oh,
it's a it's a white gas.
It's white gas. Okay. Do I
welcome
seem
back.
to be having? Okay, all right. Can I breathe? Okay, so far.
To your knowledge, yes.
Okay, you can generally tell if you're choking on smoke, so I'll take that as a good sign. All
Yes.
right. Okay.
We can't tell if
Question.
you're choking on carbon monoxide, though.
Yeah, but carbon monoxide is also invisible, so this presumably wouldn't be it unless carbon monoxide works differently in this fantasy universe, which I guess I can't assume it doesn't. Um, oh,
You guys hear very loud beeps of a carbon monoxide alarm. They forgot to change the batteries. You guys are gonna die in 3 turns.
oh no.
Understandable.
This is the in addition to being the fantasy universe, this is the carbon monoxide is a colored gas universe instead of being colorless. Anyway,
Question. Would my knowledge of medicine or chemistry help me determine anything from this? Like smell, taste, appearance besides just fog?
Uh, I am gonna say, what skills do you want to be using here?
I would say probably medicine to make sure it's nothing toxic. And if it is something toxic, we need to get out immediately.
Got it. If you wanna make a medicine check, you can. Your alchemist supplies is not gonna be helpful here.
I will give myself the guidance. And
yay.
then, let's see.
Hey, nice.
23.
Huh.
Not
Uh,
bad.
it doesn't feel toxic. You feel okay. You definitely don't feel like you're dying or like poisoned or something.
Do I have some fits of giggliness?
Uh, no, but it
Okay.
yeah, no. Uh, however, after you've take a look around, you guys hear like a like it sounds like the reverberation almost sounds like it's from like a canyon in the distance.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh boy.
Um, I'm gonna look back and see this dude who was interviewing us, and be like, so there's something really weird happening. You might want to stay behind us and stick with us.
Sorry, you said stay behind or stick with us?
Stick with us, but behind us. Do not make yourself a target.
Okay, okay. Yeah, this is really weird. I appreciate that I got two heroes of the realm. You know, you guys have been telling me all the stories about what you had to do in the first ring, and well, I definitely feel comfortable sticking with you guys. And like
Uh,
they grab like two more books, and like they put it. They can't pull the books off the bookshelf.
Hmm.
Like, they try to grab it, and like that's oh, and like they like put two hands on one book and try to pull it, and it's not budging.
listen. Just don't worry about it. Like I said, do not make yourself a target. And if something goes down, I'll give you one of my knives. And the knife is easy to use, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
just stick
yeah.
the pointy ends into soft bits.
Yes, I have made beef sauvignon before.
Okay, cool. After once we survive this, we could compare recipes. But right now, stay behind us.
Got it. That's so weird. And just to save a little bit of time, you guys begin heading back the way you came, and the fog is present, and Carthon and Referami, you see something break off from the mist. A humanoid figure that is approaching, but there's no details besides the fact that it's humanoid in shape. Got a head, two arms, two legs, just walking towards you guys calmly.
Oh God, it's Slender Man.
Toward which group?
No.
Towards Carthon and Referami.
Um, do we know which, like, do we know where Florbot and
No.
Kalius are? No.
You heard
Okay,
they were
so
in the other
we're
room, but you guys did not see where they went.
okay. We can maybe loop around to where their door is. Um,
Yeah, I was
regardless,
about to ask. Does the hallway just continue straight in each direction, or does
Y-
one direction look like it turns around the room we were in to get to the other side?
uh, you didn't go down the hallway enough. There was a curve on the other end, but I figured you guys probably thought of going back to the main area. Just to save on time a little bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
And as
Um,
we are walking,
Can we deal with the
let's
situation
stop.
with Carthon and Referami real quick?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yes. Missed individual coming towards you guys. What do?
well, if we're in the main area, presumably there's a lot of room.
Not yet.
We're in the hallway on the way to it.
Okay, so is there any way around this guy?
Uh, it's a 10-foot hallway. In theory, you could walk around them.
Well, I'm going to ask in common. Actually, I'm going to say in common. We mean you no harm. Please let us pass. I don't know what's going on here, and we don't want to fight.
They keep on walking. They don't get
They
faster.
don't
They
appear
don't.
to respond to us in any way.
No, they just keep on walking.
Okay.
How tall is the hallway?
Probably about 15 foot tall.
How tall are they?
Regular humanoid.
So, like,
Like 5.5 feet.
okay, so if I flew over the top of them, they actually wouldn't be within regular melee range of me. That doesn't really help Referami, though.
All right. But do you just want to
I
fly?
will.
You want to fly over them?
I am going to fly, like, at the ceiling level because, I mean, they might have, like, stretchy arms because they're made of fog, but hypothetically, they wouldn't be able to hit me if I do that.
Got it. You fly. You fly up, and they begin to walk underneath you. No change in pace. They just keep on going and walk past. For Farami,
Are they walking down the middle, or are
yeah,
they on one side or the other?
they're sort of in the middle.
Okay. I'm gonna land on the other side and not attack because I don't want to antagonize them, but I will say, Ref, unless you can fly, I think you'll have to go on past them.
I'm gonna step to the side, like towards the wall, kind of give them room to go by, but I will be ready to swing if they make um, any kind of an attack gesture of any sort. But I will give them room to continue walking by.
Cool. Uh, you you slide up to the wall, weapon out, ready to go as this misty creature walks past, comes within opportunity strike range, and just keeps on going. And just keeps on heading down the hallway with no hustle.
Could I get any sense of their motives besides walking?
Uh, if you want to try.
Okay. Nope, they're walking.
Impossible to tell. You don't see the face. As you,
How?
hmm,
Oh, sorry. Go
sorry,
ahead.
sorry, you can go.
I was gonna say, how far down the hallway from the room have we made it so far?
Probably about like 50, 60 feet.
And we passed any other doorways or anything on the way?
There's probably been one or two. Are you gonna try to open those doors?
I think on the way here, I might have like jiggled the handle to see if the door would open. If not, just moved on.
Door handle will straight up not move.
Okay.
As
Um,
hmm,
Corthon, I
Uh, yeah.
getting a, I don't know. I have a feeling something's up with this
I'm
one.
high on believing.
that you're in love with
With
Brava.
me.
Yeah. Uh, it is pretty weird. I think I'm stating the obvious though. Um, let's just look. Let's just try to find Kalius and Splorbot, or actually anybody for that matter. So yeah, I guess we are just gonna look around. I, I I'm
Kind
gonna
of want
call
to
their
see where he's
name.
going.
Oh, you want to see where this guy's going? Sure,
Yeah.
fine. All right, I guess we can follow him.
Uh, it is going to be away from the main. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, away from the main area.
something feels off about this, though. I think following is probably the better idea.
All right. As you begin to follow that creature, Kalius and Spurbod and the interviewer, you guys get to back to where the main area was. The main like the first back room of the of the whale repository.
Hmm.
And the door is open. And as you go through, you see the room itself. But you see a entire crowd of misty individuals that seem to have been gathered, talking, interacting, moving things around, grabbing paper and moving paper. Objects are being written on. And even in this room, you see the wisps of this fog on like the furthest reaches of your vision. The objects themselves are not misty, but it seems like there's just a ton of humanoids that are made of mist now. As this weird, familiar but different chaos than what you saw before in this main room.
What in the hells?
Hmm.
Uh, Splurblood, you got any thoughts about what in the hells is happening right now?
Magic bullshit.
I mean, yes, but I was hoping for some specifics. Does it look
Unfortunately,
like
this.
any? Sorry, go ahead.
Uh, I mean, if Paul if Paul wants to let me make a history check, but I feel like this is so far outside of my area of expertise that it is. Uh, yeah, no, I think I don't think I've seen anything like this. It's and even if I had, you know, even if I have, there's so much different, bullshit magic that even if I've seen something that looks exactly like this, there's a 50-50 chance that it's, even though it looks exactly the same, it's something completely different.
Uh, your the interviewer like looks around and like I I think I've read something before, something like this. It was a fantasy novel. It was called Silent Hymn. It's about angels that to stalk to the afterlife. No, you guys don't read Silent Hymn?
I haven't had that much time for leisure reading, of what running a business and all.
You know, running a business is a respectable occupation. I'm sorry it didn't go well for you though. Since you told me the story about your business already. Looks to camera. Looks back.
What can you do? It's not like I had the forethought to think of insurance in case the ring fell or anything.
Checking checking wisdom. Uh yeah, that tracks.
Here's the thing: even with a high wisdom, that is such an improbable occurrence. I'm pretty sure nobody covers it.
I think having a high wisdom would prevent you from getting that insurance. I think only
But,
people with low wisdom would bank on that. Anyway,
Yeah.
uh,
but yeah. Okay, so what happened in this novel? Like, is it anything? You said it was something similar to what's happening. So you have the best idea. So what's happening to us right now?
all right. So as this
Hmm.
as this interviewer begins to tell you the essentially a alternate plot of Silent Hill, uh,
Is there at least a pyramid head?
no, it's more like a weeping angel, but it's just as terrifying and scary. They do
Okay.
Unfortunate.
they do mention that there is a movie out based on this. However, unfortunately, it did not get good reviews.
How unfortunate. Okay, so we're trapped in some weird alternate plane or something.
It looks like it.
Have any of these misty figures reacted to us just standing here talking?
Nope.
But we could clearly see them interacting with objects and writing on them, right?
Yeah, they're interacting with the room and items.
Huh.
As
Okay. I have an idea. I'm gonna turn to the interviewer. Do you still have your pen or whatever you use to write with you?
yes, I do.
Okay, so let's just go. Let's grab a random piece of paper. Let's write that you are trapped in some weird plane and you need help.
Uh,
Hopefully they could see it if these things really are your colleagues.
sure. Hands you the pen. Hands you some ink.
You need to write that you need help with your name.
Oh, right. They take it and they go to they go to like a piece of paper and start drawing and writing. And there's
Is it
no
actually writing?
there there is writing. Like help us, we're stuck, but nobody reacts. In fact, there are some people that run into you guys and they just dissipate and then reform as if they're just walking through you. Like they don't have any. Hmm?
No reaction to that either?
No. As we head back to Referami and Carthon, who you guys are following this figure, and they wave not towards you guys, towards like the other end of the hall. As you see another figure begin to emerge from the mist and head towards your guys' direction. There's like the gestures of conversation
We don't
before.
hear anything.
No, you don't hear anything. As
Hmm.
this figure that you've been following goes up to one of the doors, turns it, and opens the door.
Can we step through before they close the door?
Uh,
Yeah, I would like to do that because we still have to find this information, and I guess in character I don't really know this theory, but like there's still books, we're still clearly in some version of the repository we might as well make the most of it by trying to find any information that we can now that nobody is around to stop us.
But by the
That's my
inf-
thought.
the information, you don't know exactly where the information is. They said they were gonna grab it for you guys.
Yeah, but then also we got trapped in these rooms and
Well, we
we
have a
had,
librarian with us, so we can at least like ask him.
Yeah,
yeah,
Doesn't
that
help
would be
you
helpful for
two
you
though.
guys. Yeah, I don't know. We just no, actually, if you want to go in there, ref, that's fine. But we really should try to find our friends. But maybe they're through there.
the door's about to close. What are you guys doing?
I'll go through.
All right, you guys
They're not
both.
in here. Maybe they'll be in there.
Yeah, you guys slide through, and this seems to be another room like you guys were in. You see like similar bookshelves. However, there's a few like boards, and th- there is a lot of pictures of people from the first ring, and there's like they're they seem to be like collected in like little bunches, and you're like, oh, this must be some sort of like investigation, or important is being done here. And then you look at what's drawn on the boards, and it is what were the colors of people of like what did people wear during the fall of the first ring? What was the most popular color? And right now
Audible face palm.
their top answer right now is brown.
Somebody needs to get punched for this.
Okay, well, this is clearly useless information, but okay. What's just for my own reminder, since it's been 2 months out of character, what information were we actually looking for? Like, why are some organizations not covering the fall of the first ring?
Yeah, they were gathering informations about the other institutions for you guys, as well as trying to get you what they knew about the first ring. Uh,
Okay, okay. Well, is there any other way out of here other than the way we came through?
not to this room. The hallway does stretch back further and further, but you could also begin heading back to the main room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if the door
Are
if
there
the
any
door is
windows?
closed, sure.
You look up. There is a window up top. Was not in the other room.
How
So
high up?
probably about 25 feet.
I can just fly up.
Yeah, Carthon, you want to go take a look outside and see what you see out there?
Sure, it will probably be unpleasant or nightmarish, but I will go up. Ooh, what abominations are outside this nightmare world?
Missouri.
Oh no, we're in Missouri. Everybody knows Missouri loves company.
You know, whenever I worked in the UK, I kept on telling people I was from Missouri, and they always got super concerned.
You should have said you're from Missouri.
I did say that a few times, but then they just thought I sounded stupid.
If you say Missouri, then they have no clue what you're talking about. And if you say Missouri, they know
Missouri.
exactly what you're talking about, but not in the way that they think.
Yeah.
Uh, I
Okay.
I will say you fly up and you look out the window and you probably grab onto it because you can't just stay there for a long time or stay up in the air for a long time. You look out and there's this thick fog happening right outside the window, limiting your vision. You do see like a few other like rooftops of the repository and like probably one or two from the next door buildings. However, We are gonna be making a check. Alright. What is your passive stealth,
My
Carthon?
passive stealth should be
What health?
I just checked it as 13.
13. 13.
You look out and you see something moving on the building nearby.
Hmm.
It
What
leans,
do you mean the building nearby?
like, not part of the repository, but like a neighboring building. And
Okay.
it leans up and it seems to have like reddish, blackish flesh
Uh-huh.
and begins to turn in your direction.
Okay, I'm gonna go down land and say to Raframi, okay, there's a nightmare world outside. I think something just saw us. Let's go.
Okay. I guess we'll wait for the door to open next and dart out, unless we can open it
I'm
ourselves.
gonna
But
charge through. I'm gonna attempt to charge through. If we can do that, or is there a knob on the side? You said that there was a knob on the
I'm
last one.
I'm I'm not gonna make you guys roll again to get out of this room. I'm just gonna say it does happen.
okay.
Okay.
However, you do get through and start heading back towards the main room. As Kalius and Spurbod, you guys, this librarian is like writing down feverishly, like help, 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 SOS, on like multiple pieces of paper. And despite the fact that people are like picking up the paper and like definitely looking at it, they're not responding.
All right. That's enough.
One of them
I don't
does.
think we ever got your name.
Oh, uh, sorry. Uh, my name is my name's Grimmel.
Okay, Grimmel. It was a good idea. It was a good try, but apparently wherever we're stuck, they can't interact with us. We can't interact with them. So we're most likely gonna have to try to find a source of how we got here and probably kick its ass. And by kick its ass, I mean me and my friends while you try to stay out the way and not get killed.
Okay.
So let's all take a deep calming breath. Let's center ourselves. Let's rock and roll, all right?
Yeah, sure. Oh boy, this is crazy. As
Yeah, think of the story you could write about this. I'm obviously trying to get his mind off of the situation.
they smile like, yeah, this is gonna be a cool story. As Carthon and Referami, you open up your door, or I'm sorry, you get through your door and see the same open area with all these smoky figures. Interacting, grabbing books, doing research, and then you see color in the form of Kalius, Spurbod, and some guy you don't recognize.
Hey, Splurba
Immediately
Kalius.
charge at him with the mace. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I'm running at them. Hello.
They
Seeing Referami coming at me with the mace, I'm gonna strike first.
Yep, self-defense.
Get Makwa Weedle,
No.
bitch.
Not at you. At the guy I don't know that's with you.
Oh, okay. I am still Makwa Weedle.
I rolled as a joke. I rolled a crit against this guy.
Oh my god.
That's unfortunate.
No, you're the DM, so you'd be his attack roll. So you're actually saying that he gets a critical book throw on Referami.
No, Grimmel got hit with a crit by Referami. Anyway, Continue,
Okay.
please.
Can you can you spell their name for us in our chat?
Sure.
Just for our own personal notes.
Grimmel Delanin.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Uh, anyway, uh, Grimmel actually speaks. Oh, you guys are also adventurers that were with these guys. Yeah, they were telling me about you. Uh, you must be Carthon, and he goes up to Referami, and
No.
oh, then you must be Rava. Oh wait, no,
Close enough.
Rava's the dinosaur. And
Close enough.
then you must be Referami, and you must be Quarter.
I'm
Close
gonna
enough.
visibly wince at this mangling of our names.
Carthon, I'll take it in stride. Carthon, actually. Alright, it seems like my friends have
Oh,
already told you a lot about us.
uh,
Okay, I'm glad we found you. I was worried that you guys were in the real world and we were left here, or we were in two different weird dimensions.
No,
How do
after
we get out?
we were just discussing that. Our best theory is that we're in some weird plane and we need to find the source of the magic that brought us here to get out.
Okay, just so you guys know, I flew up to a window and it looks like the outside world is this mist-filled dystopia with monsters as well. One of them saw me. It was, outside on a building far away, so I don't know if it's gonna follow us or not. I hope it doesn't.
speaking of the devil, you guys hear some stepping on the roof above you guys.
Think that might be it now.
Wait, we're on the top floor?
Not on the top floor, but like the roof. You hear some noises. No, but yeah, no, none of these none of these misty individuals react to this.
So, Grimmel, this novel you were talking about, what kind of creatures inhabit that alternate plane again?
Well, angels, creatures disguised as angels.
And
Wait,
who
out of
wrote
character,
this?
is this Silent Him thing like a fictional, or is it based on real cosmology in this universe?
No, it is a blatant rip off of Silent Hill, but with
Oh,
angels.
okay. All right, interesting. Yeah, Carthon doesn't know enough about religion to speculate, I think.
And if this weird smoke plane we're in is as similar to the novel, how boned are we if we get caught by one of these creatures?
Oh, we would just get a really important lesson about mortality and why life is always worth living.
Translation, we'd be killed, so let's not get caught.
No, no,
Yeah.
actually, I mean there. I remember multiple, and they begin to like rattle off a lot of plot points.
Okay, I think we should at least go into another room, while
Yeah,
still
let's
trying to find whatever we're looking for.
yeah, okay, so if I was somebody who casted a spell to trap people in some weird plane, where would I most likely cast a spell in this building?
Let's guess. Let's be generous and say it's in this building. Um,
It has to be in this building. I mean, unless it's a really powerful spell, it has to be in this building.
okay. I don't know where it would be, but perhaps we could take it from the basement and keep going up, or the roof and keep going down, checking every room. That would take a while, obviously, but I don't really know any landmarks here.
Actually, I have a bit of an idea. Grimmel, ever since the ring fell, or I guess a bit before that, Has there been an employee here that's with an office that's been acting kind of weird lately?
Uh, I mean, no. I don't have an office. I don't see the offices. I'm what's called a independent contractor.
That's a good point, though, Kalius. We were led to this place by that one employee out of character whose name I don't think we ever got,
We
but
never
You
got his
did.
name.
Let's look at the notes.
all right. Well, if we can find their office, yeah, that might be
Uh,
helpful.
You
okay. So if you can't think of anybody who works here full time that was acting weirder than normal lately, I guess our best bet is to find the office of who we thought led us to the rooms in the first place.
yeah, you mentioned uh hide a hedge, and they look at you and just like, oh yeah, Mr. Hedge. They do have an office.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um, I look to Referami and Carthon. They're the ones who led us to the room we were stuck in. I'm assuming it was the same with you guys.
I don't remember their name, but
Didn't
It was in
really.
that
fact
might
the
be
same guy.
right.
It was in fact the same
What?
guy.
Okay,
Okay.
it actually was the same person.
What about Referendum? Will think for a second. What was that other guy we talked to? Isif. Do they have an office here as well?
Uh, they they look at you like, yes, Isif is does also have an office. They're a little bit more important than Haida.
Okay, that's two potential offices we could check out to see if we could find the source of this. Um, any
Which one's
chance would you happen to
closest?
know the direction to them?
Uh, yes, actually. Haida has an office more towards the front, whereas Isif has something more towards the back.
All right. I say we check out Haida's office first, since they're the ones who led us into that trap.
Yeah, I think I agree. We'll have to figure out. Well, I don't know. We'll have to figure out. We'll have to figure out something, but that sounds like as good a place as any to start.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Grimmel, same thing. Stay behind us and try not to make yourself a target.
All right.
Uh, Never mind.
And they begin to lead you like you guys take a moment to wait for the back door to open that was between the main library area and this back room. And once it does open from one of these misty creatures, you guys head through, and it's the same library. Multiple people like reading in the center, multiple levels of library and books. Uh, how are you guys going about this? You're just gonna follow Grimmel's lead and take their pace, or are you guys gonna do anything else as you guys walk through the main library area?
I imagine it was more we're following his directions because he's not walking in front of us. We're not letting him just in
Yeah.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
you're
think keeping a protective circle around him essentially as we
Yeah.
move forward would probably be the best option. I think Ref would probably be keeping a lookout for anything that might be noticing us, anything that seems like it's recognizing that something is walking here when nobody else seems to be acknowledging that we exist.
Yeah, same thing.
So you guys are keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
probably for
Somebody
the
want to
best.
try to? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I just said this probably for the best.
Gotcha.
All right.
Also, somebody should probably keep an eye out for any items, I guess, any non-creatures that seems to have that smokiness, that fog to it. It might be something we could interact with. Something
Yeah.
in this universe rather than the other one.
For the record, I'll say the thing I saw had like blackish red skin, and I don't know if I saw its eyes or not.
You did see the flash of its eyes before you ducked out.
The flash of its eyes, all right.
As if you guys are keeping an eye out, please make a perception or make whatever checks you think you would be using to keep an eye out.
Perception.
Okay.
Because my investigation is crap.
I'm actually gonna do insight because I feel like I'm more looking for like what people are doing and see if I can spot anyone
Yeah.
spot
Paul,
anyone reacting.
Paul, may I use my passive perception?
Oof.
Oh, that's a crit. That's a crit
if
fail.
you wish, sure.
Okay, I'm going to use
Do
my
I?
passive perception, which is 19, because one of the features for Watchmen is getting their passive perception increased by 5, so it's now 19.
Cool.
Yeah, it's the Watchful Eye feature.
Do I need to roll on the crit fail table?
I already did that. Don't worry.
You already did that.
Uh, I think the best way to narrate this, honestly, Spurbud, as you are looking around, you find something. There's a guy looking at you, dead ass right at you. He's sitting there with a book, looking right at you, right at your face.
uh, Meanwhile, in the real world, this dude is probably just stoned out of his mind, staring into space.
Or just like
Average
a
grad,
psychic or
average
something.
grad, average grad student who has just realized that he has bitten off way more than he can chew. Just having that like existential crisis.
How far away from him would you say he is, Paul?
Or,
About 1,000
or,
yards?
or maybe,
Uh,
or maybe he's like psychically sensitive and can see into the astral plane. This is D&D.
maybe you never know. Regardless, your attitude towards them has dropped one level.
Oh, that's too
I
bad.
think I'm gonna like lean I'm gonna like lean over to Kalius and just say, I think we've got our mage. And I'm going to pull out the Maquahuitl and I start approaching.
All right.
Roll initiative, nerd. He's staring straight at me.
We can't even see if they're actually looking at us or not. They're probably just asleep for all we know.
He made direct eye contact.
As this,
I know what I
eyes?
saw.
We can't see their eyes. How do you know that?
I know it.
Slurvad, I'm pretty sure whoever we're looking for, we're gonna be able to see them fully, not as a unidentifiable cloud person.
Oh no, it's Galactus from the 2007 Fantastic Four movie.
Oh no, it's Galactus from the 2007 Fantastic Four movie. I've never
Yeah,
seen that movie.
it's infamous among comic fans for having Galactus be a big cloud monster. I don't actually mind it personally, but
It is also known for what basically ending that actress's career because after that movie, she basically quit acting.
I
Jessica
mean, is it?
Alba.
Yeah, Alba.
I mean,
That's
okay,
fair.
is Galactus not a big cloud monster? I don't
No.
see the.
No, he's a
No,
freaking guy. You'll see him in the new Fantastic Four movie coming out in 2 months. Look, folks, these are the hard hitting jokes we make. So thank you for bearing with us with our very intelligent humor.
Uh,
Back.
honestly, if these sessions aren't interrupted by either a comic book fact or just a random fact that appears and eats his head, did we
or
really
video
play a
game fact.
session?
Yeah, what are we even doing?
True.
Really.
What have we even been doing if we don't get off on wild tangents?
Exactly.
This has been pretty brief, so let's reel it back in. Anyway, Cloud Person.
Uh, so is anyone going to stop Swerbod from hitting this guy?
Does this guy
Um,
have spiky yellow hair?
I'm gonna warn him against doing it. Splurbod, what if you hit this guy and he gets hurt in the real world? Or you like hit his soul and like he gets lobotomized?
You get hit in the game, you get hit in real life.
Yeah,
That
maybe.
that might not happen. Somebody walked through us and they just kind of
Uh,
reappeared on the other side of us. So nothing might not happen.
how
I
about this?
I would just
Still,
like to let you guys know out of character. In my mind, this is the moment from the end of Meet the Spy where red or yeah, blue soldier is just absolutely convinced he's got the guy. He's got the spy.
But you don't have a shotgun though, and also, I mean, do you want a shotgun?
See? Red. Oh no, wait, that's blood.
How about this? Hold on, Splorbot.
Do you
I'm
mind?
gonna walk up.
Do you mind if I narrate the successes real quick?
You know what?
Just
Sure.
while this chaos is happening, uh, Referami, what are you looking for specifically?
Like I said, just anybody who seems to be noticing us, or anybody that seems to be out of the ordinary, like not just a blob going about their daily business, like just acting in an unusual manner that would stick out.
So you're looking for the same thing that I did. So clearly you also see the guy who made direct eye contact with us.
Uh, I'm
Clearly.
I'm be real with you, Referami. You don't really see anybody in color. Uh, looking around, not really picking up any additional details. However, Carthon,
Mm-hmm.
you notice uh, there appear to be. You do pick up on some color because on the second floor, there appears to be someone looking through the volumes.
Like a real person.
A real person.
I'm going to say in a hushed voice to the others, "Hey, look on the second floor. There's another real guy up there, or but maybe not a guy, but a person. I
Anyway,
don't think they noticed this yet."
back to Spurbod, about to make a bad decision.
No, this is a great decision. What are you talking about?
Uh,
Hold on,
He's the guy. He's the guy. We're gonna get out of here.
Splorbot, hold on.
Hey,
How about this? And I'll reach out and just try to poke the guy in the shoulder.
uh,
Like just finger, just poke him.
they react to your poke, even though your finger went inside the shoulder.
How did they react?
Then you are able to pick up on this. Then Rami, you see them do the same reaction on the other side of their body. It genuinely seems like it was a coincidence, but it's not helping out
Okay.
Spurbod.
Um.
okay.
Yeah, I don't think this is who we're looking for. I think right about this is probably when would have heard Corthon.
Yeah, look, just look. Can I notice any more details about them from down here?
Uh, you see that they have like black hair and pretty tall. Not really able to see anything beyond that though from this angle. You'd have to get up there.
Okay, I'll fly up there and say hello.
Uh, you fly up and you see an individual who very obviously does not belong in like a academic setting just from the way that they're dressed.
Okay,
It looks to be some sort of bugbear with
all right.
wild
Wow, making
eyes.
assumptions,
Wow, are we saying the bugbears don't belong in education? Are we being
right?
racist?
No, because they have completely disheveled clothing, dirt.
Have you
S-
seen the
So
average
they're
grad
students,
student?
It must.
uh,
He also has 10 foot long arms.
That's
Like
just
the average
me on a
grad
Thursday.
student.
10-foot arms, that's just me on a Thursday.
Yeah, I love that.
you
I love
just
the long
turn your
bugbear arms.
tail into legs and
Yeah.
arms.
Got it. Well, it's clearly been here for a while. Hello, I say,
Shh,
keeping it.
shh. The
What
fuck,
is it?
the fuck you're doing?
I'm gonna talk at a normal volume in real life. Just pretend I'm whispering. I wanted to say hello because I was wondering if you knew a way out of here.
I, I do, but and then you hear meh as
Oh shit, it's the overgoat.
you look over and you see on top of the table, like on the extent of your vision, you see a black and red goat
Oh no, it was
that
a.
it's standing on one of the tables and doing like a meh.
Uh, I'll kind of interrupt the argument we're having with Spellbar. Like, wait a second. Did you just guys just hear a sheep?
Meh. And this
Uh,
bugbear
Now the goat's gonna beat you up for being racist at it.
we're
uh
talking in the library.
the
Also for talking in the library.
this bugbear looks to you with very serious eyes and just simply says, "It can't see the difference. Don't
Can't
panic
shoot. It
and
can't see the difference.
get back on the ground."
Out of character, I'm on the ground.
Oh, you're like I'm sorry, you landed on the second floor.
Yeah, I landed.
Yeah, no. Then this bugbear is just gonna look to you and like, then don't panic, and like sort of like looks over and look down like, so those weren't just voices in my head.
No, no. I have three, actually no, four other people downstairs, like on the floor below this. We were trapped here, I think, by a guy named Heidi Hedge,
At,
something
and
like that.
and as you are having this conversation, I do want to go back to the other group.
Sure.
As Grimo like looks up and like as you have your Makolotto out, Spurbod, uh, Grimo looks at the goat and like, well, that's weird.
Been nice knowing you, Grimmel.
Not even paying attention to Grimmel at this point. I imagine at this point we are in a dude hold me back situation where Referami is just holding me by my sword arm as I am trying to bludgeon this poor student to death.
Not a student, an intern.
Give me both.
No, not Grim. No, not Grimmel. Whoever's at the. Yeah.
All right. As you are being held back, uh, Kalius, you're really the only one with Grimmel. As they like look to you and look to you and like, well, that's a really interesting looking goat.
Uh, Maybe we should stay away from the very interesting looking goat since we don't exactly know where we are. We do know there are potentially very dangerous creatures lurking around. So,
Oh,
like I said, stay behind us.
ah, when has a goat ever killed anyone?
Have you ever been bitten by a goat?
Yes, and I know they're not that deadly. Come on. And they begin to like
Well,
look
you're lucky you never got an infection from it.
and like literally like takes a like as they step forward.
Nope, I'm grabbing them and pushing them behind me.
All right, you grab them like what? As this, you guys hear very loudly. Honestly, this bugbear pushes past you, Carthon, to yell this out.
Mm-hmm.
Blend in. It can't see the difference. As a blur goes right in front of you, Kalius. Right where Grimmel was standing. You guys, like Spurbod and Referami and even Carthon, you just see the blur of this goat rushing where this librarian was and sliding to a stop. You see a little something like this. I just put the token underneath Rava. You see a little something like that
Hey, it's a
land.
dragon.
Not necessarily a dragon, but it is a little bit spooky.
Le
Definitely a
Chupacabra.
dragon.
That is that is a effed up looking thing you got there, Paul.
Yes,
You
it
should really
has.
get that skin condition looked at.
It does, and this creature does actually have the ability to turn into a goat. Uh, anyway, they it lands and skids to a stop, and the wings, the everything, just like meh, as it begins to walk through.
Did Gribble just die? Is he still
No, no,
No,
no,
around?
they
I
were about
saved
to
them.
die.
Okay. Before what?
I saved them. I pushed them out of the way, basically.
Oh,
Because
okay, yeah,
Referami
okay.
was holding Spurbod back from uh,
I see.
assaulting someone, and I do assume Big Goat Demon takes you out of that. Spurbod does
Oh
this
yeah,
stop?
absolutely. I think yeah, we're in working mode now.
But yeah,
We're in soldier mode.
Subtly in what the fuck mode.
but yeah, this yeah, you hear this bugbear individual yelling out, "Blend in,"
I'm gonna
as
do something.
and
I'm going to drop to the floor
uh,
and
I am probably gonna have this be an encounter, the first encounter of next session because
Oh,
I
well,
think
still like half an hour.
I know, but I do want this to be an encounter. Given that this is you guys are being told to blend in, and I want to do a different kind of encounter.
So not combat, you think? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, do you want to fight the goat demon?
That's probably
Not
pretty strong.
particularly.
I was just wondering.
The DM has the NPC has twice said blend in, so
So
Blend in,
yeah.
blend in.
So clearly, the NPC is working with the goat demon and is trying to get us killed. So we need to do the opposite of what he says.
No,
Yeah,
Hmm.
let's not.
but yeah. Kalius is just gonna be like shit, 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 and I'm gonna look to Grimmel. How are they? How did they react to that just now?
uh, wide eyes, open mouth, and they quietly say, "I'm never having goat cheese again."
Okay, okay, okay. Like I said before, deep breath, calm down. Let's act like we're just normal day at work. Okay, let's rock and roll.
All right, as we end this session, dealing with whatever's going on here. I hope you guys enjoyed our first session back in a long time.
Oh, us players,
Indeed.
I had a fun time. This was fun.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah, I know. I had a fantastic time. This is not how I thought this was all going to go, but I'm not
No, I
complaining. This is cool.
I, I did not expect to wake up in Silent Hill.
Listen,
Yeah, no.
I'm more than happy to say this now on stream. Last session, you guys were not subtle about your intentions as a group, unfortunately.
Suppose not. Hey, I don't mind being blunt. Okay, well, we'll have to see what happens next time. And I'm sure it will
Well,
be great.
sorry for not thinking a bunch of tabloid journalists would be that much of a threat. They weren't even the main focus.
I mean, one of them got caught in the crossfire.
But yeah, I'm glad I saved the dude.
Yeah,
Hopefully they can stay alive.
here's hoping.
No.
Well, thank you guys for coming. Chat, thank you guys for being here, listening to us. I will be uploading this on Monday as usual. Regardless,
And we apologize for again for the unannounced break. Sometimes life just gets in the way, but if it ever happens again, we'll at least be sure to update you guys.
yeah, I'll try my best. I know I sent one notification. Anyway, you guys take care. Have fun. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.